Hey guys, so I finished The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I read it in 2 days, and this is by far one of the best books I read in 2012, if not in my entire life. I started to record this video yesterday, but I just didn't really know what to say. So I could give like a brief plot summary, but there are so many other great booktubers and people on YouTube who have already done that, so I'll put some links in the down bar to my favorite book reviews of The Fault in Our Stars. I think the hardest part of reviewing a book like this, well, for me there's two parts. The first part being that it feels kind of like a rite of passage in order to review The Fault in Our Stars, so that's kind of like, that's a lot of pressure, guys. I don't know. And then two, I would never want to spoil The Fault in Our Stars for anyone. That would be awful to have on my conscience. If you have not read The Fault in Our Stars, I guess stop watching this now and read it. There's no one that I can think of in my life who wouldn't enjoy this book or wouldn't learn something from this book or feel like it was a waste of time in any way to read The Fault in Our Stars. If you have not read it, suffice to say, I highly recommend it, and turn off this and all YouTube videos, shut your computer, and find out a way to get it in your hands. Also say that most of the books that I read are not YA books. Like, most of the books that I'm going to review on this channel are not YA books, and I'm starting to think maybe that's a problem, because if this is what YA books are like, then I need to read more of them. It was the kind of book where as soon as I finished it, I hopped on my Facebook and messaged my cousin, who is a senior in high school right now, and was like, have you read The Fault in Our Stars? If not, you need to read it. I've also never read a book before where I cried during it. That happened. And while the book left me feeling broken and sad, it wasn't because the whole message of the book is broken and sad. It was because it was so hopeful. Some things are just so truthful that they make you sad. There's an entire page on Tumblr that I was not allowed to visit until I had finished The Fault in Our Stars, which is in my lap and why I keep pointing down. But yeah, there's an entire Tumblr I was not allowed to visit because it is aptly named Only If You Finish The Fault in Our Stars. Reading John Green discuss in depth the depth of what he wrote and what it means and how it relates to our lives and shapes who we are, that got me. I was sitting on the couch in my living room and I was reading one of the questions on Tumblr talks about, I don't even know if I'm able to talk about it right now. It talks about how Hazel felt like she was a grenade. And then John Green goes on to explain how we're all grenades. And my husband was sitting next to me, like on a different part of the couch, but he was by me. And as I was reading this, I wanted to share it with him because it was just so powerful. But I couldn't because I couldn't read it. And so I point to the screen to be like, you know, to start reading. And I just immediately, like, just waterworks of tears. And it ends with me just like having to point to different passages on the screen so that my husband can then read them aloud, because I couldn't do it. It was something about the grenade, and then also if someone dies in a relationship, so like a mother, daughter, husband, whoever it might be, if one of those people is also still alive in their relationship, so if I were to die and my husband were to live, or if I were to die and my mom were to live, or vice versa, as frequently happens in life, that relationship still exists because one of us is still alive. If you want a kind of book that will leave you crying on the couch, just pointing to paragraphs so that your significant others can read them because you're not capable of it anymore after reading the book, this is a good book to read. So on a lighter note, for #FridayReads, I am reading 2 books. One is The Hobbit. I've heard a lot of really good things about this on YouTube. I'm only like 20 pages in. It's a stretch for me because I'm really not a fantasy person. Also, I've never read any of the Lord of the Rings books or seen the movies, so hopefully this will be like an introduction into it. And then also for hashtag reads, I am reading The Firm. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am totally sucked into this book. It is so good so far. My husband recommended it to me. He is in law school, so this appeals to him, but so good so far. Alright guys, that's it today. I hope everyone has a really good weekend having fun with their Friday reads, and everyone keep reading.